Everybody, today is Monday, July 1st. It's 6:33 a.m. and we're on our way to Starbucks. We're gonna get $6 for 3.3 miles. Let's go. All right. Well, today this makes the week of 4th of July. So, of course, most people have today off. In fact, they most likely have the entire week off. And so it is super slow. So I guess the first half an hour I just spent waiting for offers to come in. And the only offer that came in was in the $3 range. There was one offer that came in that was like in the $7 range, but it was way too many miles for that amount of money, so I didn't take it. It was close. It was like $1 short based on whatever I'm doing now. Oh, I started a new rate today because it's so darn slow. So instead of $1.65 a mile, I'm doing 10 cents less. So it's going to be $1.55 for every mile. So that's not a significant change, but it should allow a few more things to come in. And just depending how it goes, I guess I'll have to continue to drop it if it continues to still be really slow. So I don't know how low I'll go. I don't think I'm going to go as low as a $1 a mile, but maybe I'll eventually end up going as low as I don't know. Maybe I'll go as low as maybe $1.25. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't know. I think that it just depends. Depends on how I feel and how desperately do I want work. All right. Well, now we're here in the parking lot, so let's go inside and get it. Okay, got the order in the car, and now we're going to be on our way. 5 minutes, 1.9 miles. It's going to be an apartment. It's going to be a leave at the door. Here we go. Well, the Starbucks, the order was not ready when I went in, but it didn't take that long. It just took a few minutes, and they handed it to me like I don't think it was even a minute. And so I got it, and we're just on our way. And it looks like they're slow going in there too. It didn't look really busy in there at all. So they're just moving along. Oh shoot, I didn't secure the order. Yikes. Get in there. Hope it didn't spill too much. I hate when it didn't completely fall over. It tipped just diagonally. So it didn't fall completely over. So fingers crossed it wasn't a total disaster. You always know too when you finally get the order out of the bag. That's how you know, because it's all wet at the bottom. It's a total disaster. So hopefully that did not happen. I don't know. It's Monday, people. I'm still waking up. So I didn't quite, somehow I forgot to secure it. Even though I usually do it automatically. I think there was other things on my mind. I'm thinking about, I spent so much time this morning redoing the music to my videos because I realized that the piano music was just too harsh. I thought it would make sense because they do that in the old-fashioned movies, those old silent movies, they play the piano. I thought, well, that would be fine because, but then the piano, I guess the piano keys are so harsh that it completely blocks out any type of the subtle ambient sounds that happen that some people enjoy. The sounds I make, like when I'm picking things up, and or just walking, the footsteps, and all the real subtle sounds. It sort of overwhelms those sounds that people enjoy for whatever reason. They just enjoy hearing those ambient sounds of just silence, and then the subtleness of just feet hitting the ground or the rustling of a bag or whatnot. So I decided, okay, well, I got to get rid of all that piano music throughout my files, which I did. I got rid of, I think I only had like 3 videos, and I didn't do any of those rapid fire ones. In fact, I don't think I'm going to be doing the rapid fire videos anymore, because they're messing up the algorithm. They're causing confusion, and they're actually lowering my view count. So got to stop doing that. All right, I'm gonna turn off the navigation as we approach the apartment complex. Let's see here. Is it coming? Yeah, it's right here. So yeah, no more rapid fire videos. It's throwing everything amok. It's creating problems for view count, and it's causing just confusion. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that no more. Well, I gotta wait here till this car goes by because I can't see a darn thing. Okay, here we go. All right, now we're turning in. Let's see, they have a gate code. Okay, I gotta call. I'll be back. All right, we're coming into the complex. They opened up the gate, so we are moving. And then we just gotta find the building number, which I believe I've been to this apartment before, so maybe I won't have to pull out my Google Maps, I hope. So we'll see what occurs next. See, everybody's mostly at home. It's 6:43, and as you can see by the cars, everyone's parked here, that most people are taking the week off for the 4th of July. So, because this is 4th of July is considered a major holiday. It's almost as big as Christmas. Not as big, of course, but pretty close, because everybody gets all into it. And so, they decide, well, they're going to take the time off, and they do. So bully for them. I won't be taking the time off. I'll be doing my normal routine. Now, is this the building right here? I think this is it. I'm fairly certain. I wish I could see the apartment numbers. Well, I'm going to go in and try it. Oh, it is. Back in the car, and we're getting an offer from UberEats. Let's see, 4 for $6.20 it should be. That is not gonna be good enough. Sorry. Should be $6.20 for our $1.55 per mile. Well, that delivery went fine. We just parked in the wrong spot. That was the only bad part. I ended up parking a little too far from the door, so we had to do a little bit of hoofing around the building to get to it. Normally at that particular building, there's 2 customers that I usually have at that building, and I wasn't sure which one it was. There was one right near where we parked, obviously, and there was the other one, and I picked the wrong one, which is fine. We could use a little exercise. It's not going to kill us. And it's so slow today, it doesn't even matter. You saw what came in. It was a lousy offer for that particular amount of money. Now watch, I calculated my dollar amounts wrong, but I don't think I did. For that one, it should have just been in the 3-mile range at the rate we're charging. So that was definitely a negative. So what was it before though? Let me see. I don't know why in my mind I think, oh no, maybe I miscalculated my rate card. I don't think so. Let's see. 4 miles for $1.55 would be $6.20, and that was $5 and something. No, it's right. No, my rate card is right. So I am just gonna still stick to that new rate card. It would have been even higher with the other one. It would have been 10 cents. What is it? 10 cents more a mile. It would have been like $6.30 or something like that. So it's still, my rate card still is not dramatically different if you're considering it's only a 10-cent difference for every mile. It's not going to dramatically change. So I think it's only going to alter my decision making for borderline offers, which I think I always do that anyway. So that tells me, I think maybe tomorrow, or if it's slow today, maybe I should pull out a lower rate than $1.55. Maybe I should go 10 more cents down and maybe go to $1.45. I gotta think about that. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. It's really about, do I want to keep busy or do I not want to keep busy? Because it's slow right now. So it's not necessarily about, making a lot of money, because obviously we're not going to make a lot of money unless we get one of those super big offers which blows the chart right out of the water. This chart is totally irrelevant when you get those super giant offers like we did yesterday, that $33 for 5.1 miles. That was a no-brainer. You don't even have to look at a chart to know whether or not you're going to take something like that. So it's just really about, do you want to keep busy or not? And I don't know. Do I want to keep busy? I think I do. I mean, I think I do. Because yesterday I was getting frustrated. I was getting tired of just sitting around at home just waiting. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll just go drive, people around. And then I was like, that just sounded so horrific. I'm like, I really don't want to do that. So it just means I have to lower the rate. Oh, look at this great one. $2.49. Go away. God. People have, can you just see that person just laughing? They're just ordering their crap and they're like, yeah, I think I'll just tip him nothing. I'm going to tip him nothing. And just see and they just for laughs, they're sitting on their sofa, just wondering, I wonder how long it'll take before somebody's stupid enough to accept this offer. People are too much. It's like you got us drivers out here boiling in the sun, hoping to get something, and this is the kind of baloney they're doing. That just shows you how unempathetic people are to delivery drivers, and and even the delivery apps. They really put the responsibility of paying the drivers in the hands of the customers, and they're just like, you know what? It's not our the delivery apps just say it's not our responsibility. UberEats, $6.09 for 10 miles. No. Yeah, they just kind of throw their hands up in the air and they're like, well, customers, whatever you want to pay these drivers, they're not our employees. You just pay them whatever you think you feel you want to pay them. And so we're thrown to the wolves and we have to use our judgment to decide whether or not we want to accept these horrific offers where they don't want to pay you anything. Okay, well, we're almost back at the home base. All right, well, we got another one coming in. It's from UberEats. It's $5.29 for 3.3 miles. Let's head on over to Starbucks. Trying to keep myself structured and organized in my videos. I was creating a whole diagram in my sketchbook on how to structure my videos so that they stay organized and they flow properly, just for both just for consistency in my videos, and also when I have to edit them, that they make structural sense. These are the artistic things you've got to think about when you're creating content. So I've developed the structure of how every video should go in regards to the progression of each delivery. So I've got that structured out, and it's been interesting to just see how it's all built, how these videos are built out, and what makes them interesting. Because you have to do all this sort of analytical thinking when you're making these videos. You're like, well, what is the consistent things that happen in the videos, and how can I make those things more consistent in how I present them, and then just have spontaneous moments that occur within those events. So obviously we have the situation where I first tell you guys, hey, this is the offer we got, and this is how much money it is and the miles and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, that's one particular moment. And then you have the opportunity to then have a little bit of commentary on that offer and blah, 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 if it was, why it was worth it or whatever else you want to talk about. So then those are your that's where I do whatever I want to do. That's kind of like what I'm doing right now as we make our way to the pickup. Then we have, the next thing that happens, it's the stroll along. We're like walking along, and we're going in and we're getting whatever we have to get. Then we're getting it, and then we're just jumping back in the car, and then it's back to, then it goes into the whole, well, where are we going? So then I got to tell you guys, okay, here we go. We're going to be going to this house, and this is this far away. So that's structured and locked in. And then we have the spontaneous moment again where I tell you how horrific the pickup was, or how great the pickup was, and whatever happened. And then anything I can foresee coming down the road, like where we're going to be dropping off and what it may be like. I don't know, just all that. So anyway, I was writing all that down in my sketchbook and just trying to be like, okay, so these are the things that I need to think about and make sure I consistently do them. The structural things, the things that always have to occur, so that it stays organized as a video. Because this is a ride-along video, and I really want to show you the events that occur consistently throughout the day. I don't want to skip anything or make you feel like I'm, forgetting things that happen. So yeah, so that's kind of what I was discovering as I was doing. I'm like, okay, well, this makes sense. And it helped to reinforce in my mind the things that I have to make sure I don't forget. So kind of like this morning when I forgot to secure the delivery bag. That's part of the structure, and I forgot and the bag fell over. All right, well, we're here at Starbucks. Thank you. Excellent. All right, well, we're heading off to a business that is 2.1 miles from here, 6 minutes, and it's a meet at the door. So everything in there was fine. The order was just sitting there, as you probably saw, and I just grabbed it and headed on out, and the usual morning crowd was in there and the usual employees that I always see. So everybody was friendly and courteous and not any problems. So that was excellent. And the sun is really powerful this morning. And I put sunscreen on, and it's still burning me. Oh, let's see if I can make this light. This light is usually pretty vicious. Doesn't want to let me. I'm coming through. Woo, woo.
Turn left on South Green Valley Parkway.
Oh man. So yeah, the sunscreen, for whatever reason, it doesn't feel like it's working today. I think I put it on about maybe an hour before I left the house, and it started to sting almost immediately. It started to sting my eyes, and I had to take a washcloth and wet it, and then just wipe around my eyes to remove any kind of sunscreen protection that is near my eyes, because man, it makes my eyes, it doesn't really sting my eyes, my eyes just start to water, so it's irritating my eyes. And it's not that stuff with those chemicals in it, it's one of those natural ones too. It's like a aloe vera based or something like that, and it's a very low SPF, it's SPF like 15. And I did my research, and I'm not going to get a real expensive sunscreen, obviously, but for the price and for what it said the ingredients were, I was like, well, this seems like this should do the job just fine. And so the nice thing about it is that this particular sunscreen doesn't make it look like I'm wearing clown makeup. So that part is resolved. So I no longer look like I have clown makeup on, which is a great improvement. And then the issue with the stinging, I guess, is only happening if I start to sweat and it drips down, or if I apply it just too close to my eyes, I guess. So, but it's not bothering me right now. I think the washcloth technique seems to work. I guess I'm going to have to do that as part of my routine. I'm going to have to put the sunscreen on and then take a washcloth and just wipe around my eyes after I apply, and then that should do it, because then that'll remove any type of whoopsies that may happen when you're putting on the sunscreen, because you're trying to avoid the eye area, but you're just rubbing around in your face trying to get it to go in. So sometimes it accidentally makes its way a little too close, I guess. I don't know, I'm not sure what happens, but it happens. So yeah, it's a real mess. So we're getting close to the we're getting close to the drop-off. I'll turn off the navigation there. And so I gotta just watch out for that. And then let's see what else is happening. We have house guests visiting with us, so that's gonna be nice. And we're just gonna be all enjoying the 4th of July together, so that should be fun. And I'm going to be going, I won't be working, I think on Wednesday I won't be working at all. I'm going to be going to Area 51, Area 15 it's called. Turn left on Corporate and be checking out that. I'm not even sure what it is. I'll try to do some footage of it, and I can show you some clips of it in the video so you can see. But it's something in Vegas that's a tourist attraction. I can't say much more about it because I don't know what it is. I have no idea what kind of, it's like art or art, light show, virtual reality, something or other, something. I don't know. I'm not in charge of the event. Someone else is. So, okay, we're pulling up here into the thing. Let's turn on in. Turning into the business building. I don't know if they want us to go in or they're coming out. Just says meet at the door, but that doesn't mean anything.
Drop off on the right.
Oh, I guess I'll park here. Everything else is handicap. I'll go right here. All right, let's go walk on in. So we got an offer coming in, $4.24 too low. Bye. So we got a couple offers that came in and none of them were any good. And of course they interrupted the flow of me making videos, so that wasn't very good. So I had to stop recording. Then I got in the elevator and there was a guy who was waiting for me to go, he was holding the elevator door for me. So I had to turn off the camera again to hop in the elevator and have a quick friendly chit chat with the guy in the elevator, and then that was it. And then you saw it was a real fancy office building, and we went in there and we took care of business and we got it all done, and then I headed on out, and now we're headed back to the secret base, and that is that. So hopefully some other good things are coming. It is currently 7:11 a.m. It's a nice, comfortable, $10.20 for 17 miles? I don't think so. Yeah, it's a comfortable 89 degrees and it's 7:11 a.m. and all is well. There's a bit of a breeze. It's not intense. It's just a light breeze. And the traffic is starting to build up again, especially right here because we're right near the freeway. So everybody's headed to get on the freeway to go to the office. At least some people are. It's not as busy though as normal, because right now is the peak time. It would normally be jam-packed. I would be like struggling just to turn back onto this main road. So it's not bad right now. Everything is pretty chill for the most part. And yeah, it looks like so far, what have we done so far today? I think we've just done Starbucks, right? So I guess it's just going to be that kind of day, especially because it's Monday. That's normal. People are trying to wake up because they're trying to adjust themselves to a Monday. So everybody needs that caffeine. In the olden days, people used to make their coffee at home. I don't know why. I don't know how it ever came to the point where people would actually leave their house. UberEats, $7.02, 9.5 miles, no. When did people suddenly decide it would make sense to wake up groggy and leave the house to go get a cup of coffee? To me, that doesn't even make sense. I'm like, why would you not want to just go to your coffee machine in the morning, make yourself a cup of coffee in your nice, comfortable home where you're not still quite awake yet, and then the coffee wakes you up, and then you go start your day. I don't quite understand why there are some people out there who will wake up groggy and get on the road driving their car in a bad mood, and then get their coffee and wait in a drive-through to pay all this money for a coffee. Now I know, of course, it tastes delicious, but you really just need the caffeine just to wake up. So why wouldn't you just make something at home and then just go to work or whatever and just start your day? So that has always mystified me. I thought the day that Starbucks started selling, all of their items, I know they're not exactly the same, but they started selling coffee items in the grocery store, I thought that would be the end of Starbucks and that people wouldn't do that anymore. But no, there's still people that do it. Let me turn off my nav. Yeah, there's still people that actually continue to throw out that money. Now, maybe some of them, they're just visitors. They're staying in hotels. Hotel coffee is terrible. So that would make sense. But a lot of them, they don't seem like that. They seem like they're just regulars. So I don't get it. All right, we're almost back. So I'll let you know when something comes in. We got another one, $6.92 for 3.6 miles. Let's go to Starbucks. So far, all we've gotten today is Starbucks. It is a Starbucks Pallooza day, so we're gonna just take them. We'll just keep doing it until it don't do no more. That's all we're gonna do. We gotta get that money. So even if this video is like a rerun within a rerun, we're still seeing those numbers go up, and so that's all that matters. And I think I got back home and I saw that the video that I most recently did, which starts with wow, and then says wow, and then some money, and then was shopping at Target. Yesterday's video is doing really well, so I'm glad to see that that's working out, and I'm getting positive feedback on the new music now that it's not obnoxiously loud piano music, so that's good news. And it seems to be attracting and holding people's interest, that they're hearing the music, so That's always awesome, and I really love that YouTube provides music that doesn't cost any money. So that's great, and it helps my video to get views, so I love it. It's a win-win all around. And let's see, what else is happening? And then just hanging out with my doggies and watching TikTok videos and enjoying that. And I don't think there was anything too exciting on TikTok right now. Everybody keeps showing those same TikToks where they've died and they're going into the afterlife and they're like flying through the sky and they put some kind of funny comment. So I think the most common thing people write in the comments when they show that TikTok is that they don't have to pay their bills or go to work anymore, which is the most common thing I think people hate about life, is that they have to, be a responsible adult and they have to deal with a bunch of baloney. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. You got to make money. You've got to make a living and you got to pay your bills. Sorry, people. Well, we're here at Starbucks. Let's go in. Okay, I got the drink secured and everything was fine inside of the Starbucks. There was no issues and we got in and out of there real quick. So I was very, very happy about that. And now we've got to go about 6 minutes, 2.3 miles. It's going to be a house and it's going to be a leave at the door. And we've been here before because we're just like the local delivery person. We pretty much go to all the same places every day. So the only thing that really mixes this video up is any particular stories or events I have to tell you. Because it seems like if you watch my videos regularly, you can see we kind of do the same things over and over again. So I don't know if I have anything exciting I can tell you. Let's see. Oh, here's one. Here's a story I can tell you. When I was in high school and it was time to graduate from high school, I didn't particularly care about graduating from high school. It was like, who cares? And so I didn't even tell anybody in my family I was graduating from high school. So nobody even showed up when I graduated from high school. And in fact, when people finally asked, when is my graduation, or did you graduate? I said, oh yeah, I already went to my graduation. They were all in shock. They're like, why didn't you tell us? I'm like, oh, it's no big deal. Because that's just how I am. I'm like, oh, I don't care. And then when it came time to buy my graduation gown was actually defective. It was supposed to be like this beautiful satin royal blue color. Instead, it was like this washed out, bleached out looking blue, and it made the fabric look really cheap. And I laughed when I saw it. I thought, well, this is just totally appropriate, totally perfect for how I feel about graduating for high school. So I didn't exchange it. I didn't tell anybody that it was, that I needed to be replaced. I just wore it to the graduation ceremony. And so many people were looking at me going, were staring at it, and they were commenting. A few people commented to me like, why didn't you exchange your graduation gown? for one that was not defective, and I go, oh, I don't care. So that was a funny moment in time, and I just remember just being so happy. I felt like I was released from prison when I got out of high school. All right, so that was that story. So we still got another 3 minutes, 1.2 miles. So not everybody has the dream childhood experience where they have a fantastic high school experience. I think there's quite a significant percentage of us who didn't enjoy high school as much and just couldn't wait to get out. Because I wanted to just grow up and get out. I wanted to be independent. I was tired of being a child. Because when you're a child, you're left to the whims of others. But once you're a grown up, you can finally sail your own boat, which is what I've always wanted to do. I guess I just wanted to get the heck out and grow up already. Not that I wanted to be like a true adult. More so, I just wanted to make my own decisions.
Turn left on.
All right, let me turn off the navigate. Oh shoot, I didn't have the navigation on the whole time. Well, then let me turn on the navigation since we don't have any navigation. Well, how did I forget that? There, let me give you guys a little navigation. Oh my goodness. How did I forget to not turn on the navigation? See, this is what I'm telling you, the structure of my videos. When I structure my videos, there's certain things that I have to do or that it doesn't flow right. So unfortunately, you guys are only seeing navigation now that we're half a mile from the drop-off spot, 2 minutes to go. Well, at least you got a story. At least you got a high school story thrown in.
Then make a
I
left
can't.
turn.
Sometimes things just go amok. Sometimes things run amok. Well, now I'm gonna get up to the code box. Oh, I can always edit it out. So I'm gonna let me throw up the. Let me turn the camera around. Pulling up to the code box. Let's see. What's that code number? Okay. Throw it back down. All right. Here we roll. Let's get in this gate. Let's see. Yeah, I got do a lot of editing on this one. Okay, now I'm gonna turn off the navigation because now it's showing addresses, and I can't show addresses. Everything has to be just so. You can't show addresses. Gotta avoid showing names. Blah blah blah. All this stuff you gotta remember to do to make sure your videos don't have any problems in the future. You want to make sure, and you got to make sure to put your microphone back on. There's all kinds of things when you make these videos. It's a little bit like amateur hour, because these aren't the kind of things where they're big productions. I don't have like a huge $1 million budget to put these videos together. They're sort of put together for free, essentially. All right, so here we are at the house. Let me turn it around, as I usually do. Back it up. And then park it over here. And then it's time to go for a stroll, everybody. Let's do it. I can't believe I forgot to put the navigation on. You do the best you can. Well, that drop-off went just fine. It was the usual routine. I think they've had so many deliveries done to their house that you can actually see on the ground when I set the ground down. You can see a coffee stain on their concrete where multiple deliveries have spilled right there in the spot where I set down that order. That's how frequently they get deliveries for coffee at that house. So often that a stain has formed right on the stonework of their entryway. So I just set it right there, like it's like a special delivery marking spot for Starbucks deliveries, which is wild. If I had a fancy house like that, the moment I saw coffee spilled, I'd be out there with a bucket and a scrub brush, and I'd be removing that stain. But I guess they don't care. I guess they're so wealthy, they figure we'll just someday replace it. Something's coming in from UberEats, $5.70 for 8.5 miles. No. Yeah, I guess they just don't care about their property and how $3.05 goodbye. They obviously don't care about their stonework, or maybe it won't come up. Maybe they tried to clean it. I have in my driveway. I have like a little bit of stone, and stains do set in, so it is difficult to get it out. I'll say that. But if you catch it right away, it should come out. But I guess maybe the sun has already burnt it into the ground, and there's nothing they can do about it. Well, currently, I don't know how much money we have, but we are almost at 14 miles on the car, and we're headed back to the home base. So something tells me we're pretty close, if not already at $20 already, is my guess. I don't know exact dollar amount, but you guys can see it. And it's now 90 degrees, and it's almost 8 a.m., and we only have about 2.5 hours left in the shift before it's over. Everything is just flowing along just fine. Oh God, the sun is hot. It's burning my legs. Put this towel. I keep a towel in the car that I can put on my legs so I don't end up with sunburned legs. When I first started doing Uber, I didn't have a towel or anything, and I'd come home and I'd have all these red burns on my legs because the sun would be just baking me from it angle and hit my knees and my legs when I was sitting here. It was horrible, and it didn't dawn on me till afterwards. It's like, gee, you need to do something about that. After I was experiencing all that damage, I was like, okay, you're right. So I started putting those little tiny hand towels in the car, and I throw that on, and it works just fine. And I'm sure a lot of commuters do that too. I bet you if you're a commuter, you have something too that you put on your legs. And then when I first did it, I felt awkward about it, especially when I'd go through the drive-thru. I thought people thought I was wearing a skirt. I'd be like, oh, let me take this towel off my legs. I don't want people to think I'm wearing a skirt. But I've been doing it now for so long, I don't even care. I'm like, who cares? I don't care. If you think I'm wearing a skirt, more power to you. I could care less. So I've gotten over that. But yeah, in the summertime, you've got to put something on your lap to protect your legs, or else you'll end up with really bad sunburn. So, and I have like a little emergency tinted screen that I put on the left side of my window, because sometimes when it gets super hot, especially if I work late in the day, you can't have the sun at all 100% coming through the window, because if you do that, even with sunscreen, you feel like your face is on fire. That's how strong the sun is here in Vegas when it starts to go down and it reaches that angle where it's directly going through the glass. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, why doesn't he just tint his windows? And the reason why I never tinted my windows is because when I was doing Uber and driving people around, you don't want to have tint because people get nervous about getting in the car because they can't see you. So they look and they're afraid what they're going to find when they open the door, like you're going to be some kind of murderer with a gun. So they're like, so you can't really tint your windows and do anything like that. You have to make sure that people can clearly see who they're dealing with as they approach the car. And that's why I've never tinted them. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. All right, we're almost back to the home base. Let me shut her down. We got another one. It's a Starbucks from UberEats, $8.03, 2 deliveries. That's right, 2 for 3.6 miles. Let's head back on over to Starbucks. This offer is totally a jip. I mean, the miles, obviously it's $2 for every mile. But we got to go to 2 places, so there's high potential for roadblocks. And I'm going the wrong way right now. I've got to make a U-turn, but I've got to do it when it's safe. So, it worked out. This car behind me was going too slow. That worked out real good. Oh, something's coming in from DoorDash. I didn't get a chance to turn that off. Hold on, let me cycle on over to our good friends at DoorDash. You can see it's a terrible offer, so we will decline that, and then I'll go into pause mode for that one, and then back over to Uber as we make our way back to the most popular store in town where people get their caffeine. So yeah, I'm not too thrilled about this one. There's high potential for roadblocks and stoppages, and could be a long wait. We may be sitting at the Starbucks for a while, having to wait for the coffee. We might get stuck at a guard gate because it looked like the one of the deliveries was going to McDonald Ranch, but for that many miles, I don't know if McDonald Ranch is that close, but maybe it is. Whenever I see the drop-off is McDonald Ranch, I always think it's so far away, even though it's probably only a couple of miles from here. It's because of the guard and the long line. It just seems like it takes so long to get into that amusement park of rich people that it's a pain. So yeah, and you can see that the money is not that great. So obviously either one person was generous and tipped a normal tip, and the other person is a no tipper, is more than likely what the situation is. So the odds that both of them tip really low is not very likely. Well, actually, it could be. It could be each person only tipped like $1 or $2, and that's why it's adding up to the amount that it's adding up to. That's my guess anyway. I don't know. All I hope is that I have no roadblocks when I go pick this up, and it doesn't take me longer than 30 minutes to complete this job. Because if it takes longer than 30 minutes, we are not making hardly any money per hour. We're like way below minimum wage to get this job done. And that's pretty sad. All right, let's go inside and get it. First one is just 0.4 miles from here, and it looks like it's gonna be a business. So let me hit the navigation first and turn that on so you guys can see the map, because I keep forgetting to put it on. It looks like this first drop off is just here in the shopping center, so it's not going to be very far at all. I think it's some kind of tire place. So, and more than likely it's a meet at the door if I'm not mistaken. So we're heading on down. So yeah, the orders weren't ready. There were 2 other delivery drivers in there getting their stuff, and one of them was really concerned that they were picking up the wrong order, because the way they wrote the name, it was not exactly the name of the person. It was sort of it was the same name, but then it was in handwriting, so it was hard for the guy to read, because I think a lot of younger people, they can't read handwriting anymore. Have you heard that? For all you older people, have you heard the news that they don't teach handwriting anymore in school? So we're gonna have this the whole generations going forward will no longer understand how to sign their name. They won't even know how to do a signature. They just have to make up their own little squiggle to put whenever they sign any kind of documents. because they will not know how. They will not. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but I just think it's like, to me, it's like finding out that people aren't going to be able to read anymore. It's like, do you know that in the future, people won't be able to read it anymore? It is the strangest world we live in.
Then drop off.
All right, well, it's coming up here on the right. Let me turn off the nav, and then I'm gonna have to park it, and then we'll go inside and drop it off. Let me just park it. Oh, let me go a little bit more further here, and I'll turn here and drop it. Delivery was easy. We didn't even have to leave the shopping center. The next one's gonna be 5 minutes from here, 2.3 miles. It's gonna be a leave at the door. Oh boy, here come some people. Oh God, why me? Why me? Why at this exact moment do people have to be coming on out at the exact moment I'm backing out? Why can't they wait 1 second to let me back out before heading on in? They just can't. They're like, sorry, but we just can't do that. Oh God, and now which way am I going? This is probably the wrong direction to go. We're getting a shop and pay, and it's going to be a heavy items, and they're gonna pay us $8.08 to shop for a total of 4 items. Oh Lord, should I take it, guys, or not? Oh, American Pacific Drive. No thanks. Let me stop that. No, I don't want to go that direction. I know exactly where it wants me to go, and I'm not going there. I'm not going to American Pacific. That is not going back towards where I want to go. So I said a no to that. That was a no. That was definitely a no, no, no. Well, I got to get rid of that offer since I didn't take it. Whoops. Delete. I don't want to keep that in my files. It'll cause confusion. I'll think, did I do this delivery? I'm like, no, you didn't do that delivery. Oh my gosh, the collar of my shirt is all crumpled. I hate when I do that. When I leave the house and I can't even straighten out my collar on my shirt. It's like, I can't even do that. It's like one little thing to make sure before you head out the door, make sure you at least don't look like you're completely disheveled when you go out to deliver. If you guys watch my videos every day, you know I always try to wear a collared shirt during the week and a t-shirt on the weekends. And I try to do that just to keep myself feeling like I'm living a normal life. I think if I wore a t-shirt every day, I'd start to feel like a total slob. So I may not dress like in corporate attire, but at the very least, I like to wear at least a collared shirt Monday through Friday, just so I feel a little bit more civilized. And that just shows you that I'm from an older generation that I do that. I'm sure anybody that's 10 to 15 years younger than me doesn't know what the heck I'm talking about, and they wear a t-shirt every day, and it's totally fine. But I can't do it. It has to do with how you grew up, whatever your time was in your life. Like, I'm sure if I grew up in the 1960s, I still would be doing the kinds of things that they did in the 1960s, because even though time passes, you're still your critical years of what you thought was the appropriate thing to do becomes like set in your mind. So it's very difficult to adjust your habits or behavior when you get older. So you still do you still do the same hairstyles, you still wear the same style of clothes. I mean, maybe, and then I know there are some people who always try to stay on trend, And I give them props. You go for it. You try to stay young and do all those things that the young people are doing. But to me it looks more and more as you age, it looks a little bit out of step. Meaning when you walk around, you may want to be perceived as being young when you're wearing young people's clothes, but a lot of times, and you may feel like you're young, maybe that's it, but I think the perception is that people see you as you're trying to be young, which maybe that's fine. I think for women, a lot of women really appreciate when they see other women trying to dress young, because they feel like, I hope to be like that when I'm older, so I stay young and hip. I don't care about being hip. I don't even care about being young, so maybe that's it. But I give props to people that still put in the effort to try to stay eternally young, because it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of work that I have no interest in putting any effort into. But I give people props for doing it, because you've got to spend a lot of money and you got to put in a lot of work to keep yourself looking younger, or attempting to look younger. Because I don't know if anybody really thinks these people look younger. They probably look younger than what their age is. That's probably what it is. Like if you're 75, maybe you look like you're like 60, 65, but you're not going to look 25. That's not possible. For good. Let me turn off the nav. All right, we're getting close. I'm so busy gabbing about youth that I almost forgot to turn off the navigation. Oh God, $4? No, I'm not interested in $4 right now. I seem to be getting enough work lately. I haven't even gone back home. It's gonna be here on the left. Let me turn the camera. All right, let's see. Am I passing it already? Did I pass it already? I probably did. See, I was so busy talking, I forgot to turn the camera around. I'll leave it on so you guys can see me walk to the door. That'll at least be at least a reason for me to turn the camera on and turn it around, for goodness sakes. Come on, let's do this. I think that was too awful. I think the only sticking point was when we got to the Starbucks, but everything else, all the drop-offs were smooth, so everything went really grand. So all right, we're still waiting. Hopefully we get something fairly soon. We're kind of on the outskirts. I really didn't want to take that. Let me close all these other apps. I gotta unpause my DoorDash. I'm gonna miss out on something. I didn't want to take that other offer because, one, it was gonna take us further away from the hotspot, and then the other reason why I didn't want to take it was because heavy items. I didn't want to have to deal with super heavy items. I don't know why this guy here on the left thinks he can make a left turn. It's a double solid line is right there, yet he's still gonna try. People don't know anything about rules of the road. If you see a double solid line, that means you can't turn, you can't cross it. Oh boy. So I don't know why that got stuck in my craw. But yeah, so that's why I didn't take that other offer. It was heavy items, and it was, of course, it was gonna take us the wrong direction, but the money to mile ratio was good, and the number of items was good, but it was not a fit. It was not a fit for that particular situation. And I would rather just gamble that I'll get something on the way back. If you would have told me, oh, here comes UberEats, $6.15 for McDonald's, 3.3 miles. Well, that sounds like it's about right. it's just unfortunate that I'm in the wrong lane to get to the McDonald's, but I guess I'll just have to go ahead and take it. All right, let's head on over to McDonald's. Yup, we totally missed our turn to go to McDonald's, unfortunately. There's a turn here coming up. I think I'll go for it and take it. See if I can maneuver this just right. Yep, here we go. Turning it around. Thank goodness they had that little opening right there, and the people behind me weren't hardcore aggressive. Sometimes they get real aggressive right there, because that was not officially a place to make a U-turn, meaning it didn't have its own lane. But there was no signage saying you couldn't make a U-turn there. So I'm like, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to just go for it. So we made it, and now I'm just trying to make sure I can safely make this left turn on a flashing yellow light. So here we go. Let's make this turn. All right, we made it. Oh, my Lord. So we're going to head down just 1.1 more miles, and then we'll be at the McDonald's. And if this video turns out to be really long, I apologize. I'm experimenting with the new structure of how to make the videos. And so part of it is to really try to take you along on the journey by showing the navigation as we just kind of cruise along and we talk about stuff. And if I run out of things to talk about, then I'll turn off the camera. But yeah, maybe right now, maybe let's take a break. Okay, we got the orders finally. It took a while. I took a bio break while I was in there because there was a long wait to get the orders. Neither one of them was ready when I entered the place. So, oh boy, let's see. Which way should I be going? Am I going the right way? Probably not. Let me make a right here. And it looks like we might be just going to a business based on the address. I don't know 100% sure what's going to happen, but we're on our way at any rate. And why people don't throw their signals on is beyond me. It's like if you're going to need to make a left turn and you're at a stop sign and there are other cars at the stop sign, why don't you throw your blinker on so I know you're going to make a left turn? Doesn't that make sense? Otherwise, I think you're just going straight. And then when I make my right turn, you get upset that I made the right turn and you feel like I cut you off. Well, that's people for you, huh? Did I say we got 5 minutes to go 1.2 miles? Well, you see that already in the graphic. Never mind. Yeah, so I don't know if this is the house or a business. I don't know. I only know it's a meet at the door. So we'll see what happens as we get closer. And the McDonald's employees in there were having a good time. These two guys were just having great conversations about when their days off are coming up. It's like their days off are coming up soon, and they're happy. They seemed like they were actual friends. They were actually having like a normal human interaction with each other in the workplace, which was nice. Normally, everybody's just all business because they're just there for the check, and they're not making any kind of get to know you conversation. But these two guys, they seemed like they actually were developing a type of friendship, which was nice. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It is nice to see people that work at McDonald's. They still want to be friends with each other, because that's how it was in the olden days. But I don't know if it's like that now. I don't know if it's all cutthroat now inside of the McDonald's behind the counter. If the employees are all about themselves and getting that money, I don't know. It's really hard to say because, we're all on the outside looking in. I'm sure if any of you people work at McDonald's that watch my videos, let me know if you still make friends with your coworkers, or if that's an old thing now, and now people just go to work and go home and they don't care about about anybody else but themselves. I have no idea. I assume you always, at any job you work at, you have to have at least one friend, I'm sure. If not like a really close friend, at least someone you can commiserate with, and say how awful the job is, or how, whatever system they're doing is dumb, or whatever it is. The things you do to commiserate, to get through. So, all right, well, we're getting close to the drop-off. Let me shut off the navigation. It does look like it's a business. So now that you guys can't see what's going on, I can make sure, first of all, that I'm picking up the right McDonald's bag when I go in. And it just shows an address. It doesn't show me a suite number, but it definitely appears to be a business. And it wants me to make a left here and then a right. So I'm not exactly sure if we're going to have a successful drop-off or not, because all these buildings look like they have suite numbers, unless there's some sort of buildings in the back that have something different. We're going to just have to wait and see. So the bag I'm dropping off is the bag that is in the box to my right. It's not the one on the floor. So the box, and she's watching me. This particular customer, her blue icon is on, so she's hungry. Or is it a she? Yeah, she's hungry. She wants her food. But this light is long. Gotta be patient. Oh, it turned green. Here we go. Come on, people. Let's go. I got a hungry customer. Let's go. Beep, beep. Toot, toot. Come on. Come on, people. Keep on moving. Let's get to this intersection in one piece. And then I believe I turn right in here. I can turn the camera around. It's just a business. I can turn the camera around. Let's see if I can find this place. It's not that building. Is it the next building?
Turn right, then drop off.
I don't know how this place works. Let's see. No. Is that her? No. Let's see. I thought first the customer was coming out to meet us, but no. Where's the building number? Well, heck, I'm a little bit turned around. I better just get out and walk around, guys, because they're here somewhere. I'll be back. This is the right building, but I have no suite number, so I'll have to contact them. All right, well, they suddenly popped out of a door, so that worked out. So we're good. So now we are headed off next for the next one again. Let's do it. Okay, well, that's all done. I don't know why they didn't bother to say what their suite number was, why it had to be such a secret that had to be not told to me. But we're like, whatever. It's like, okay, just get your stuff and be on your way. She was definitely the customer. She knew who I was right away. She came bolting out, so there was no problem with that. Now we got this next one that's going to be an apartment. It's 3 minutes from here, 1.1 miles, so not that far at all. So, and it's a leave at the door. We have a gate code, so that's good news. So we'll be able to drop it off, no problem, or at least get access into the building, and then we can do our dance, our apartment building dance that everyone loves to watch, where we shake our booties around the building and we end up dancing entirely around the building for no reason. So we will be doing that shortly, so everybody stay tuned for that exciting part of the video. That's my favorite part, I have to say. And yeah, so far this delivery has been okay. I mean, you saw, I forgot to mention we got an add-on, but you can see that already. You saw, I think I created a clip earlier, so you guys know that there's an add-on. And you guys know what the total amount is because it's below me. You can see the total amount and the total number of miles for this grouping of 2 deliveries from McDonald's. Even though I have no idea what it is, I know it's decent because the first one I think the first one was around 5-ish and the second one was around 5-ish. So that gives us 10-ish. That gives us 10-ish. 5-ish and 5-ish is 10-ish. So I know we're somewhere in that range for these 2 deliveries, and it's probably going to take us a little over a half an hour to complete this, but I'll probably round it down to 30 minutes because it's fine. Because everything has been flowing. I mean, the only part we got stuck was the initial pickup, which was fine. We got to take a little bio break, and it's McDonald's, so it's not like it's a weird, unusual place to be. So I was totally comfortable being there, so there was no stress or anything. All right, making a right turn here, and then and then it's going to be coming up, as you can see on the left. I got to turn the navigation off so you don't see all the secret stuff. All the secret stuff that you can't know about. I've got to make sure that it'd be very responsible. I got to be a responsible YouTube creator for these delivery apps and make sure I follow the rules. I don't want my next video to be you know what. You know, the most popular videos on YouTube with all of the where everyone's getting all the views because they're using all that clickbait. Okay, the gate on the left is open.
Turn right, then turn
and it's
left.
telling me to go right, but I'm gonna go left because I don't trust that the gate code is gonna work. So now we're at least in the complex, and I just gotta go all the way around. So let's see, did they give me a building number? I'm the second building on your right, balcony with cover. Balcony with cover, okay. And this person did mark their building, so, and it looks like, okay, so I hope it's that building number that I'm thinking of. I hope they don't
Just ahead, turn right.
I hope they don't have any kind of no, they match up, so it should be fine. I should be able to at least confirm when I get to the building whether or not the drop pin is correct or not. And I think I have this complex mapped out in my Google Maps, so I don't think we're going to have a problem there.
Turn right, then drop off on
Let's
the
see.
left.
Oh, I can show you the buildings. Well, I forgot to show you the neighborhood. Let's get going anyway. Well, there was no internet for whatever reason. It uploaded the photo, but then there was no internet. And then it looked like it didn't upload the photo, like it was trying to upload the photo. So while it was in the middle of sending a completely blank message to the customer, I tried to type in front door, and I don't know if that went through or not. So now, I don't know. Do we really have to worry that the customer's going to say they didn't get the order? Probably, but we probably don't, because I would say that in all the years I've been doing this, it's not very common that the person who says leave at the door, as long as you make sure you actually leave it at the door, creates an issue where that they don't tip. So I don't think that's going to be any type of problem. UberEats, $4, 3.7 miles, no. I know I've got to turn back on the recorder. Oh, I got to turn on my DoorDash. I got so many things to do. I'm a very busy person. Okay, I got that back on. All right, let me turn back on the recorder, skip the countdown. Okay, you were back in it. The screen is back up next to me again. You can now see when offers come in. You can see that we're right outside the zone. We're not in our zone. This took us away, and I'm probably going to hop back on the freeway and start making my way back. I can either do that or I can take the street. I don't know. I haven't really decided what I want to do just yet. It's sort of a I'm trying to figure out, is it busy? I don't know if I consider like right now to be busy or not. I don't know. I mean, I think it's been busy. So if it's busy, I'm supposed to just go slow and take the street back. It's if it's slow that I jump on the freeway and head back to the home base, because there's no point. Like, you can already know there's a high probability that I'm not going to get anything. So that's when I usually hightail it back on the freeway from over in this zone to head back home. But I guess I'll go slow. I'll make a slow crawl back because we have potential opportunities to get offers here at Albertsons, which is just up the street from here, to do a little shopping. And then, of course, there's also the opportunities to get stuff at that McDonald's. See, look, something's coming in. And it's Sprouts. Oh, God. And where does it want me to go? Oh, Lord. Let's see. Oh, it's the Sprouts really far away. Look at how many items that is. 29. That is not happening. That is not happening. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but you're not getting my business. Not for 29 items. First, I thought it was the Sprouts right behind me, and I thought, well, and the miles look fine, but not the number of items. That was a no, hard no. So yeah, there's the Albertsons coming up straight ahead that we could get something from, and then there's the McDonald's that we were just at, which is a matched. It's not a match. It's $3.05. Goodbye. Yeah, there's the McDonald's that we were just at. I'll drive right by it if I turn here at this next right. So I'm going to turn here at this next right and may take the street to make a slow crawl. A slow haul crawl back to the home base, because this is what makes the most sense. Oh, here we go. All right. Well, we're just cruising along. And I'll give it about another 30 seconds to see if anything else comes in, and then I'll shut down the camera and give you guys a break from hearing me talk about, whatever mindless things I happen to think to talk about. Let's see if I have another childhood story I could tell you. When I was a kid, they didn't really cook for us very much. That's the nice way to say it. They didn't cook for us very much as children. So at around the age of about 4 or 5, I had to learn how to cook. So I used to take the chair and push it up against the stove, and I would put the little top ramen in there or whatever I had to boil, open up a can of soup and boil it, and I would make myself something to eat. So all you people out there who are terrified of your children working with fire, I just want to let you know, I've been working with fire since I was about 4 or 5 years old, and it was okay. I lived. I only burned myself a couple of times, and it was not 3rd-degree burns. I got like 1st-degree burns. But even as a little child, I knew to go to the cabinet and get Vaseline and put Vaseline on it. So it was not that big of an issue. So sometimes it's best to let kids learn on their own how to do things. Although I know nowadays everyone is so paranoid about their children getting injured or dying. So I can't 100% advise you to do these things. I'm just telling you, as a kid myself, that's what I did, and I'm still here. Oh, something's coming in. Oh, that's that same offer. Ooh, nobody wants that offer. It's still live after all that time. We're almost back to the home base, and I thought maybe something will come in now that we're in the hot spot. We're in the zone where all the action happens. We're right near the mall, or the district, the big shopping mall with the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, and Shake Shack isn't open yet. There used to be a Panera here, but they closed it. So I guess the only thing that's open in that mall is the Coffee Bean. And then up the street is another Starbucks. And then there's another Starbucks down the road, but it's under remodel, so it's not open right now. So I don't know where those orders are being filtered to now that one's closed and under remodel. There's a Wendy's over here. What else is over here? Oh, there's a whole food court inside of the casino over here. You know, Green Valley Ranch Casino. But it's not quite lunchtime yet. It's only 9:01 a.m. So there's not going to be much going on. Oh, there's that juice place over here. What's it called? I don't know. Press for Juice, is it called? So they're open. So there's still some chances over here of getting something good while we're cruising along. It's currently 94 degrees. Something's coming in, $4.85 for too many miles. Goodbye. Yeah, the nice thing about working in the morning is that I just do a lot of just coffee and you know, just real simple things, and the traffic's not so bad. This is like the most ideal time to do this job, especially in the summertime, because it's usually, for now, it's in the 90s in the morning. Once we get into August, it's usually in the morning, it's automatically 100 every day, no matter what. So there's nothing you can do. Well, all right, we're almost back at the home base. I'm gonna just shut her down here. All right, we got another one. We're gonna be getting $9.02 for 5.8 miles. We're gonna be going to Tropical Smoothie. Let's get on over there.
Turn right.
Here comes Tropical.
Hit that on the right.
Caffeine, Tropical Smoothie. Let's go get it. Let's go get that Tropical Smoothie. Put the straws in the bag. There we go. All right, let's get moving. The next place that we're gonna be going to is gonna be Coffee Bean. See if I can safely back out of here and get out in one piece. All right, we're back in it. All right, we haven't hit anything yet. We're turning. I'm gonna stay on the left side like we're in London. Because this is what happens when you're at a Starbucks and a Tropical Smoothie. All chaos breaks out. All right, now we're moving along. Oh, let me hit the navigation so it functions normally. And you guys can be entertained by the movement of the little icon. And also you can see the time, how long it's gonna take us to get there. Whew. So when I went inside of the Tropical Smoothie, you saw all the chairs were not accessible for whatever reason, and I don't know what the reason is, but for whatever reason, they decided to put all the chairs up off of the floor, even though it's currently business hours and they should actually have the chairs accessible for people to use. They did not. I don't know why. And I couldn't tell you. There was no signage saying that we're under construction or we're doing something to the floor. It was just kind of weird. My feeling is that there's not any real management at that particular location, and they just kind of, you know, they don't want to deal with the work of having to put those chairs back up again. So they're just going to leave them that way all day long and hope nobody complains about it. And that way when the day ends, they can easily clean the floor. And in their mind, it probably also makes it where less likely people are going to stay there and make a mess. So that's probably why they do it. Or maybe nobody ever goes in there and they're just like, what's the point of us every day picking up these chairs and putting them up at the end of the day when nobody ever stays in here? Because, you know, probably because it's so noisy with the blenders. You know, they got those smoothie machines. So that's probably what it is. Well, I've been blabbing a lot in this episode, so let me shut the hell up. All right, our first stop is going to be the coffee bean and tea leaf order. It is 2.2 miles from here, 6 minutes. It's a leave at the door. Please don't ring the bell. Leave space to open the screen, please. All right, let's go. Okay, we're getting closer here to the neighborhood. I'm gonna make a left here. Hopefully the smoothies don't tip over. I'm gonna try to go as easily as I can. And it's gonna be, I believe, this first house coming up when I turn on my left. So let me just turn it. And then I've gotta make a U-turn. And of course now the address has vanished because Uber sucks. They always do that. Yep, this is the right house. All right, let's go drop it off. Okay, we're off to the next one. It's going to be the tropical smoothie order. 2 minutes from here, 0.9 miles. It's a leave at the door. Please ring the doorbell. Thank you. Woohoo, we're in the neighborhood, everybody. Woohoo! We're in this very average looking neighborhood, all full of rock and houses with air conditioners on the roof. All the best. Oh, an order's coming in, an offer to block my address. So I don't know if I'm delivering to the right address. Oh, this looks like it right here. All right, let's do it. Let's get this dropped off. Take a look at how much money we made. Ooh, we made some good money today. It was pretty busy. And, oh, wait a minute. What is this? So anyway, and then look below at all the stats and you can see how well we did for the deliveries and the cancellation rate and the acceptance rate. Everything is just grand today, just grand. So, all right, well, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one. Take care. Bye for now.